Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Tasleem. TMC Goa said Goinkarpon has become derogatory to mean Goinkarpon, which means sleaze and all things negative. TMC will ensure that the culture, music, food and heritage of Goa is celebrated. TMC also assured to take institutional steps to preserve unique heritage, culture and spirit of Goa. BJP has attempted to attack culture of Goa with its model of cultural monolith, which is against Goa's plurality. The language, festival, traditional occupations and heritage places and monuments need to be preserved through an initiative such as Discover Goa, TMC said.
Goinkarpon, as we know, we are so proud of Goinkarpon, such a positive philosophy, is actually today become Goinkarpon, P-O-R-N. That's exactly what the political parties are doing. And in fact, a friend of mine, a Goan from Delhi, was surprised. He himself, a Goan from Delhi who was born in Delhi, had forgotten what's the meaning of Goinkarpon. And he told me, Arman, I always thought it was Goinkarpon. And why? Because when people come to Goa, a lot of the tourists that come to Goa for that, for sleaze, for drugs, for drinking, for gambling. So Goa, from being an extremely positive location, has become a negative location in the eyes of people. The TMC will make sure that this will be changed, and we change the axis on which tourism rests. From sex, drugs, booze, sleaze, casinos, gambling, to art, culture, music, food, heritage, and all things good. Because at the end of the day, we Goans are known for it. Our hospitality is absolutely fabulous. If you go to see, if there is ever an election as to which is the best state in this country, I am sure that 80% of Indians would say that Goa is their favorite spot. So why are we allowing it to go?
But we believe that politics may come and go, but the culture and spirit of Goa, which consists of what? Coexistence, plurality, harmony, friendship, faith of many kinds, music, rhythm, joy, peace and serenity, and culture and heritage. We are committed to preserving it, and in our manifesto we have outlined specific measures to do so that Goa not only retains its unique culture but nourishes it and allows it to flourish.
Asked this uncomfortable question whether Michael Lobo was presiding over Kalangut becoming an urban jungle, Kalangut Congress candidate Michael Lobo said it was a legacy and Kalangut was like this even when he first became MLA. We gave the people 100 FAR to rebuild their houses. He asked people are selling the land. So how can MLA be responsible? Watch the full interview on Herald TV, Goa Wants to Know, Episode 8 and YouTube.
The Kalangut Congress candidate Michael Lobo faces a lot of criticism regarding putting Kalangut under PDA. Lobo said Kalangut is growing since it is a tourist hotspot and we are developing infrastructure for the needs of Kalangut.
You've converted Kalangut into an absolute urban jungle. A pristine village has been converted into an absolute monstrosity with rampant illegal construction, zone changes, the manipulations in the ODP, converting pristine fields into construction areas and all that. And these charges kind of stick with you as a shadow. The point is that do you agree that the whole face of Kalangut has changed and there are a fair amount of illegalities which have probably happened?
See, when I took over as the MLA of Kalangut in 2012, all these things were existing as it is.
Okay.
We helped the people to give them higher FAR so that they could build existing houses or guest houses and rebuild them nicely. So from 80 we gave them 100 FAR. There is nothing wrong in that.
Okay.
So we have planned the village in such a way that we have identified football grounds, we have identified parking spaces, we have identified because the village is growing into a very hot
So the need to bring it under a PDA, was it necessary? Why couldn't Kalangut remain the old Kalangut?
No. In 2012, if you look at the pictures of Kalangut, they are exactly what they are today.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%. We have not converted any fields. What the fields which people are talking, there were already houses inside that has been shown as settlement. no field has been converted into build any new hotels or something like that.
Okay.
So people talk a lot of things.
So you're saying
We've
no.
done good planning.
You're saying no fields have been converted into big hotels at all. At all. Okay.
People talk. Whatever some houses were inside of locals, we have helped them and made it settlement.
Another charge is that you see this outsider builder lobby has taken hold over Kalangut, and whatever developments are happening is happening because of the outsider builder lobby, because of which land prices have gone up hugely, and most of the construction is done by Delhi walas. That is what people say about Kalangut, and they say that you had a fair share of in the whole process to help.
See, I will tell you one simple thing. 2012 till date, I am the MLA of the constituency. Now, who sold the land to people from Delhi who bought the hotels, who built the hotels, are the Goans. Goans sold their land to a person from Delhi, from a person from Bangalore, Pune. How can I, as a legislator or a chief minister or a government, ban the sale of land of a Goan to an Indian?
Verbal clashes broke out between supporters of TMC and Congress candidate in Kunkoli. TMC candidate Dr. Jocelyn Fernandez and his supporters demanded that Yuri Alimau, who hails from Varka, should not contest from Kunkoli. Though constitutionally he has right to contest anyway. Dr. Jocelyn said Yuri is here to rob Kunkoli of leadership opportunities. He also alleged that there are two BJP candidates in Kunkoli, Klafaso Dice and Yuri.
Verbal clashes broke out between supporters of TMC and Congress candidates in Kunkoli. TMC candidate Dr. Jocelyn Fernandez and his supporters demanded that Yuri Alemau, who hails from Varka, should not contest from Kunkoli. Though constitutionally he has a right to contest anywhere, Dr. Jocelyn said Yuri is here to rob Kunkoli of leadership opportunities. He also alleged that there are two BJP candidates in Kunkoli, Klafasio Dias of the BJP and Yuri Alemau of the Congress.
ताका खबर आसा की हो युरी आलेमा म्हणटाय तो वारकेचो तो कुकडकार न्ही एक फ्लॅट गेलो म्हणून तो कुकडकार जायना आनी आमी सत्तेचे हांगा जल्मल्ले लोक हे मातेर जल्मल्ले आमी लोक वी आर द सन्स ऑफ द सॉयल यू कॅनॉट रॉब आर लिडरशीप ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज बाय कॉन्टेस्टिंग फ्रॉम हियर हाज्या पयलीं तागेलो बापूय सांगतालो माशनाल घर म्हूण आपूण आयलो म्हणून आज चल्याक घेवन आयलो फाल्यां नातरां घेवन येतलो आनी आमकां खबर आसा की ही जी पळय बीजेपी पार्टी पळय आसा वीच इज अ डिविजीव फोर्स which tells us what to eat, what to dress, and they are telling us what to talk. हेमी दोन कॅन्डिडेट घातला आसा एक क्लेफास आनी दुसरो आहा तो युरी आलेमा म्हणटाय तो काँग्रेसाचे बसयल्लो आसा तसोच करून मायकल लोबोवाळ्यांनी बसयल्लो आसा आनी ह्या लोकांनी युरी आलेमा म्हणटाय तेमी दे हॅव ऑलरेडी टेस्टेड वॉट इज बीजेपी कित्याक हे पयले गोवा फॉरवर्ड पार्टी आशिल्ले आनी गोवा फॉरवर्ड पार्टी वॉज एन एलाय ऑफ बीजेपी सो तेमी टेस्ट करून आयिल्ले आसा तांकां खबर आसा कशें परत वचपा जाय म्हणटे हे म्हणटा आतां आमकां बिल्डिंगेर राव नाका बिल्डिंगेचे भायर राव माय फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच कॅनॉट बी स्टॉप बाय एनीबडी एल्स ही असली दादागिरी पळय आसा न्ही निवडून येवची पयली असो तागेलो बापूय करतालो हा इक्विपमेंटा लागून तेन्ना आमी ताजी विजिलन्स केस जाल्ली आनी विजिलन्स केस जावन आमची सगळी ती मिटींग करपा आशिल्ले तेन्ना विजिलन्स पळय केस पळय जाल्ली तेन्ना म्हाका याद जाता की हो विजिलन्स केस जाल तेन्ना आमी मिटींग घेवपा आशिल्ले आनी तेन्ना बीन अशीच दादागिरी केली तेन्ना कितें केलें आमचेच कुकडचे भाव भयणांक पिवयले आनी तांकां ते काडले आनी आमची मिटींग पळय आसा ती बंद करपाक घातले वाय बिकॉज द विजिलन्स केस दॅट इट वॉज फायल्ड अगेन्स्ट हिम वूड एक्सपोज हिम हाऊ मच ही हॅज लुटेड फ्रॉम द हाय इक्विपमेंट सो आपणाची धापणी घालून धापणा खातीर अशें करून आमकां दादागिरी करतात वॉट दे आर डुईंग डिवायड अँड रूल म्हणटा तो ब्रिटिशाचे एक तेंपार आशिल्लो ब्रिटिशांक घर धाडले नाव वी आर गोइंग टू सेंड युरी बॅक होम वो लोकांक डिपॉझिट जप्त जाता म्हणटा वो पळय ही दादागिरी पळय करता हे दादागिरीचे ताका रिस्पॉन्स मेळटले 14 तारखेर आनी ताका कळटलें ताका खंय वचपा तें वी आर गोइंग टू सेंड हिम टू द प्लेस दॅट ही बिलॉंग्स टू नॉट इन कुंकोलीम.
TMC candidate for Kunkoli Dr. Jocelyn Fernandez has said previous MLAs and the sitting MLA Klafasio Dice has used the polluting industrial units as ATM to siphon money. We had fought and shut down polluting units, he said.
Dr. Jocelyn Fernandez, TMC candidate from Konkoli, said that Raju Naik, Joachim Alemau and sitting MLA Klafasio Diaz were not taking any action against polluting units in Konkoli industrial estate. Why is Yuri not speaking about acting against these units? He questioned.
This place is a one where we all people fought together and we had told Joachim Alemau at that time that there's pollution going on. We would like you to support the people of Kunkolim. Let's fight it out. He started saying that people have not even given a letter to him. Now you don't need to be given a letter When you know there's something going wrong into your constituency, it should be a proactive move that should come from the MLA that, yes, fine, come on, let us fight it out. But he never fought it out. He started telling us that char bokda, there were 4 goats who are fighting for it. But let me tell you that, yes, it was the capacity of these 4 goats that fought these industrial units which were polluting with hazardous material, and we shut down. Along with us was Oscar Martins, who had filed a case, and our letter was converted into a public interest litigation. So we fought, we closed down Sunrise Zinc, we closed down even Nicomet Industries Limited that time. Even now, if Yuri Alema was interested into Kunkolim, why is that he is not interfering into the Kunkolim industrial estate? Because he's looking forward for making money like his father to operate that as an ATM, and that's why he's not interfering. That's my allegation against him. And that's what we are talking about. That's a big gaping hole that is there when we are talking about development.
But Duttu, the Alamos have not been in power for a very long time, and Goa has been ruled by the BJP for the last 10 years. Why you are pointing fingers only at the Alamos? Though obviously you have a right to, and that problem exists. There's no taking away from that.
That's the reason.
But the point here is that there has been the BJP government ruling Goa for the last 10 years. So wouldn't you give some percentage of the blame to them as well?
Yes, that's the reason I said that all of them are operating as an ATM. Okay, you missed that particular phrase of mine. Sure. All of them are operating the Kunkolim Industrial Estate as an ATM. That includes the BJP. Right. That includes Clefasio. That includes Rajan, who was there for the last 2 terms that was there. And these are the people also who never took up the issue. We had got about 3 fish processing units, 1 fish processing mill. I've taken them to the NGT, the National Green Tribunal. I filed a case. Yes. What stopped them from doing it? I'm talking about the present incumbents, and I'm talking about the prospective incumbents who have tried to come now into the Kunkolim constituency. They are also not interested. So what is your interest? If your interest is not to stop what is bad in Kunkolim, what is your interest? That's the question that we need to ask.
On Herald TV's round of constituencies, we asked the people of May what are their expectations from the newly elected MLA who will be chosen by the people after the 10th of March 2022 results. We found out that people are delusional and cynical with political parties. We don't want to disclose our needs since no matter which party comes to power, they always loot. They said on Herald TV program what Maya needs.
Restarting mining and jobs are a major issue in Maya. One voter from Maya said no party would fulfill our needs. Even if MGP or BJP comes to power, they have to loot. They also said our children are educated and should get jobs without paying bribes. There is corruption in BJP. We don't want doles of rupees 2000. They want an Anganwadi, hall and playground among other things in Maya.
आमचे फुडले एक्सपेक्टेशन आहा ते म्हणजे कितें आसा भुरगे आमचे शिकल्या तांकां मेन जॉब दिवंक जाय हे आतां BJP सरकारान जे पळय चलयलां न्हू ते भ्रश्टाचार ते आमकां परवडपाचें ना आनी पळयलें आमी ते BJP सरकारान कितें केलें ते लोकांक 2000 दिता आनी 10 वर्सां सूख भोगता असली सरकार आमकां नाका आमकां कितें जाय ते भुरग्यांक पयशे घेनासतना जॉब जाय इतकी आमची अपेक्षा आहा ह्या सरकारा कडेन फाल्यां समज MG येयलो जाल्यार आमकां स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड झगडपाक मेळटा न्हू आमचो पार्टी
तो आमकां हांगासर एक अंगणवाडी जाय आनी हॉल एक जाय आनी दुसरी गोश्ट म्हणजे सगळ्या भुरग्यांक हे खेळटा तांकां एक ल्हानशें एक मैदान सुद्दां एक जाय म्हणटा अशें म्हणटा
ते कांय येना आमचो जे जवान तेंचे चलता ते सरकार बरें चलचें इतकेंच आमचो हें धर्म
एक्सपेक्टेशन कितें तुमचे फुडल्या आमदारा कडच्यान
आमदार ना कोण कांय करूंक शकचो ना जरी BJP येयलो तरी करचो ना ह्या दुसऱ्या मोगो येयलो तरी करचो कोण करचो ना लक्ष घालपाक कारण ना कितें तेंचे तांकां फावना जाल्यार घालतले कसले ना 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 खरेंच तेणें आमकां जे वयर काडलें तेणी काडलें वयर हय हय हय
उदय सावंत म्हणटा
जाय कित्याक कारण केन्ना मिनिटा रातच्या 12 फोन केला भाई पेंट सोंपला येयना काय बरी ना धाडलो असो धाडा चडपी जाल्यार हे आमदार म्हणपाचे हे आमदार न्हू BJP आसूं खंयची गोश्ट आसूं हें सांगता
देव बरें कर तुमकां कितें त्रास जाता तुमची समस्या कितें
म्हाजो घोव पिड्ड्याले आतां 1 वर आसतले पयलीं म्हाजो घोव न्हू हें करी काजी करी लोकांच्यो आमी तो आनी हांव दोगां मेळोन आमी काजी करी मोट्टे हाडी आनी मळटालो तो पांयांनी आनी आतां कितें जालां आतां तो पिड्ड्या आल्याक 1 वरास जालां तेन्ना म्हाका आतां आदार कोणाचो ना म्हाजी भुरगीं दोगां शिकता एक चेडूं आहा तें 12वेक आहा चेडो आनी चेडूं आहा तें नर्सींग कोर्स करता आनी हांव आदेसो कोणाच्या अशें कामाक वयता आनी तें काजींचे आतां हेचेर चल्लां आनी म्हाका कोणी तरी हेल्प करपाचो.
हेल्प म्हणजे तुमकां कितें अशें कितें जाय?
म्हाका एक मोठ्ठें मळपाक तेन्ना आमगेर भायर आमी बसून सोरो काडटालीं. आतां तर कोणी म्हाका मोटर घेवपाक एक हेल्प करीत जाल्यार हांव तें म्हाज्या हें करूं पोटाचें करूं शकता न्हू.
हांव आमदार जाल्लो जाल्यार स्टार्टींग मायनींग चालू करतलो आसलो आनी हे लोकांक जॉब्स ना तांकां जॉब्स बीन दितलो आसलो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट आहा ते.
आयज खंय तरी त्यो नोकरी हांगासरूच आपले पर्सनल बेनिफिटा खातीर कोणाक नेगेटीव करपा खातीर खंय तरी दामल्यो गेल्ल्यो गेल्या काय कितें हेजो प्रश्न आतां आयज लोकां मेरेन आसा. कारण कितें सांग पळया खंय तरी लास्ट टायमार ज्यो भायर नोकरी काडलेल्यो आसलेल्यो पळय खूब जाणांक हें केल्लें की मयाच्यान ते लिस्टाचेर नांवां बीन आशिल्लीं आनी मागीर ती स्क्रॅप जाल्ली आसा पोस्ट. आयज कशें आसा ते इलेक्शनाक बेनिफीट करपा खातीर हे पोस्ट काडलेले कशें दिसता अशें दिसता आमकां.
The Congress has exposed Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal for making fake promises of giving rupees 2,000 to women in Goa, while Anganwadi workers in Delhi are protesting outside his house, demanding payment of their salaries. They are on an indefinite strike, Congress chief of Delhi Ali Mehdi said, showing a Delhi newspaper.
Congress Delhi chief Ali Mehdi dubbed AAP as the B team of the BJP and alleged that Kejriwal is coming to Goa on behalf of the BJP. He also said that Anganwadi workers in Delhi are not getting their salaries, even as Kejriwal is making fake promises of giving 2,000 rupees to women in Goa.
जैसे कि आप सब लोग जानते हैं, as you know, that Mr. Kejriwal, on the request of BJP, has come to Goa today for a 4-day visit. And as I said earlier also, Kejriwal is coming to Goa again and again and giving fake promises to the Goans. Initially he said that, I'll start with this because he said that I will give, if the Aam Aadmi Party government comes to power, Kejriwal will give 2,000 rupees per month to the females of Goa. I would like to tell you something. There's a news of today. I would like you to see this. These are the Anganwadi females who are doing a protest outside Kejriwal's house since yesterday. They are stationed there and they are saying that we will not go. It's an indefinite strike from our side. What is it? All these Anganwadi females, they have not given, the government has not given them salary and they are demanding for their salary. 99% of them are females. So I would like to ask Kejriwal, the B team of BJP, the agent of BJP, through you, through the media, through the press, कि आप इधर आ रहे हो और आने के बाद आप बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर रहे हो केजरीवाल साहब, क्योंकि आपको भाजपा का सपोर्ट है और आप भाजपा की बी टीम हो और आप गोवा के लोगों को, गोवा के मासूम लोगों को, गोवा के सीधे लोगों को, सीधे साधे लोगों को बेवकूफ़ बनाने का काम, उनको झूठ बोल के बरगलाने का काम आप कर रहे हैं गोवा में आके.
AAP asked all its candidates to sign affidavits and take oath that they will not defect and asked them to share it with the voters from every house. AAP convener Arvind Kejriwal says if his candidates defect, voters can file cases against them. The purpose of the affidavit is not only to be honest but seem to be honest, Kejriwal said.
AAP candidates on Wednesday took an oath and signed affidavits that if they win, they will work with honesty and will not join any other party. A photocopy of the affidavits will be sent to the voters in each constituency so that they can file cases if the candidates defect.
अगर जीते तो हम ईमानदारी से काम करेंगे, हम रिश्वत नहीं लेंगे, हम करप्शन नहीं करेंगे और दूसरा कि हम आम आदमी पार्टी छोड़ के किसी और पार्टी में नहीं जाएंगे. हमारे कैंडिडेट्स हमने बहुत ध्यान से चुने हैं. एक कैंडिडेट को हमने देखा है कि वो साफ इमेज वाला है, अच्छा कैंडिडेट है, ईमानदार कैंडिडेट है. हमने अपने सभी कैंडिडेट्स को अच्छे से चुना है. तो सभी ईमानदार कैंडिडेट्स हैं, अच्छे कैंडिडेट्स हैं. फिर इस एफिडेविट की क्यों ज़रूरत पड़ी? इस एफिडेविट की ज़रूरत है कि यू शुड नॉट जस्ट बी ऑनेस्ट बट यू शुड ऑल्सो सीन टू बी ऑनेस्ट. जनता को भरोसा दिलाना है. जनता भरोसा नहीं करती है कि ईमानदारी से सरकार चल सकती है. ईमानदार कैंडिडेट्स भी हो सकते हैं. तो तो जनता को भरोसा दिलाना है। ये एफिडेविट आज साइन करके आप सब लोगों के सामने ये एफिडेविट्स दिखा रहेंगे अभी, और इसकी कॉपीज हम हर कैंडिडेट अपनी अपनी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में हर घर के अंदर इसकी फोटोकॉपी भिजवाएगा। वो एक तरह से हम ये कह रहे हैं कि अगर मैं बेईमानी करूं या अपनी पार्टी बदलूं तो आप मेरे ऊपर केस कर सकते हो। ब्रीच ऑफ ट्रस्ट का, झूठा एफिडेविट साइन करने का, कई सारे केसेस बनेंगे फिर। तो एक तरह से हम अपने हाथ काट के जनता को दे रहे हैं, जनता को ताकत दे रहे हैं। तो मैं अब अमित जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, अमित जी ये एक एक लाइन पढ़ेंगे, वो सबको ये आप सबके सामने शपथ दिलवाएंगे। ये जो भी एफिडेविट में लिखा है वो सब लोग शपथ लेंगे और उसके बाद इसकी फोटोकॉपीज जो हैं रेस्पेक्टिव कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज में बांटी जाएंगी।
The Congress on Wednesday questioned how Pramod Sawant, who was an Ayurvedic doctor and who had a Wagoner car, became rich. Congress observer Manoj Tyagi, who visited Sankli constituency, said people were saying that with the stoppage of mining, they have sold their gold and are on the point of starvation. So how was the CM getting rich, he questioned. Congress observer Manoj Tyagi said that many had died in the COVID pandemic due to lack of oxygen. Goa was having high rates of unemployment. Tourism had been affected and people in Goa were in dire straits.
ते म्हणालेत लोक तिथं की त्यांच्याजवळ एक वॅगनर कार होती, ते वेटरनरी डॉक्टर होते आणि एकदम गरीब माणूस होता, पण आता एवढा पैसा कुठून आला? आणि आमच्या इथं खाणी चालू होत्या त्या बंद झाल्यात, आमच्या गाड्या उभ्या झाल्यात, जे लोन घेतलं होतं घरचं सोनं देऊन आम्ही आमचं कर्ज चुकवतोय, आम्ही सगळे उपाशी आता राहायला लागलो, भूकमारीची पाळी आली आणि बीजेपीची खरं चेहरा या माध्यमातून आम्हाला आला। मी तुम्हाला या निमित्ताने सांगतो की लोकांनी मानस केलेला आहे की सिटिंग मुख्यमंत्री भाजपचे ते गोव्याच्या निवडणुकीमध्ये हारतात आहेत। याचाच अर्थ की गोव्यामध्ये पर्यटन असेल, कोरोनाच्या काळामध्ये जवळपास 850 लोक विदाउट ऑक्सिजन मरण पावले। खरं तर लोकांना दिलेलं आश्वासन त्याचं पालन करायचं नाही। दुसरं महत्त्वाचं की ऑक्सिजन न देणं आणि लोक त्याच्यामध्ये मृत्युमुखी पडणं म्हणजे मनुष्यवधाची यांच्यावर त्यावेळेस गुन्हे दाखल व्हायला पाहिजे होते। लोकांना मारू कसं शकतात हे लोकशाहीमध्ये, अशा पद्धतीचं लोकांच्या भावना आज गोव्यामध्ये आहे। आज संपूर्ण गोवा हे राज्य बेरोजगारांचं राज्य अशा पद्धतीचं या राज्याची परिस्थिती निर्माण झालेली आहे। पर्यटनाचा मोठ्या प्रमाणात ह्रास झालेला आहे।
ब्युरो रिपोर्ट फॉर हेराल्ड टीव्ही। With just 11 days to go before the 14 February elections, parties and candidates are hectically focusing on door-to-door campaigning. Also, COVID-related restrictions on large political meetings has been curtailed. The last leg of campaign trail may be the most hectic. Most candidates hope to cover all the panchayats in their constituencies in an effort to reach out to voters.
Congress candidate Tony Rodriguez from Talegaon released his constituency manifesto on Wednesday. He has promised not to allow filling of fields to construct roads, to protect agriculture and make task force fill potholes on an urgent basis.
आणि त्या हितूंतल्यान टोनी बाबान सगळ्यांचो जो व्हडलो आख्या गोंयच्या लोकांचो जो साबेज सगळे तालेगांवान हे शेतां कसली जाल्ली आसात बिल्डिंगाची, हे करून आमची जी ट्रेडिशनल एग्रीकल्चर आसा तो प्रोटेक्ट करपाचो, पूण एक्चुअली बीच क्लिनिंग लोकूच येवन करतात। सो हांगा प्रामुख्यान टोनी बाबान ताचे मॅनिफेस्टोन पिरियोडीक क्लिनिंग ऑफ बीच जो आसा थंय, तशेंच इकोलॉजी मेंटेन करप, स्पेशल प्रोटेक्शन दिवप आमच्या दर्या देगेर, आनी जे सँड इरोजन जाता आनी जो एक जे काळाक कोळसो जो ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन जाता त्या खातीर कोळसो देगेरचेर येता आनी तेजी ब्युटी पेड्यार जाता। सो ते निवळसाण करून थंय तेजी इकोलॉजी सांबाळप, सँड ड्यून्स आसा ते प्रोटेक्ट करप, सपोर्ट मेळटा।
Congress candidate Kedar Naik from Salegaon said he would sit with all the panchayats from Salegaon constituency and learn about their needs and problems.
जेन्ना हांव निवडून येतलो सगळ्या पंचायती वांगडा आमची मिटींग जातल्यो त्या वाठारान ते कितें लागतले त्या वाठारान आमी करतले.
नो आदलो जो आमदार आसलो सांगतालो आपणी भरपूर कामां केल्या म्हणजे कसली कामां केल्या.
तेच ते प्रॉब्लेम कितें आसा ग्रासरूट लेवलाचेर काम केलें जाल्यार सगळें कळून येता ताणें करूंक नासतलें. फक्त रस्तो केलो म्हणून ताका डेव्हलपमेंट म्हणिना हांव सांगीत येयल्लो आसा आनी हे परतेय सांगता. ताणें आतां लास्ट काबार जावच्या पयलीं जेन्ना ताका भितर BJPन घेतलो सो तो जिखपाक जाय म्हणून ताका घे म्हणून रस्ते करून दिले. सो बेश्टो रस्तो केलो 5 वर्सांनी एकदां रस्तो केलो म्हणून डेव्हलपमेंट जालें न्ही आनी 5 वर्सांनी एकदां रस्तो जावंकूच जाय. आनी तो ज्यो काणयो सांगता न्ही अशी इतल्या वर्सांनी रस्ते जाले तितल्या वर्सांनी रस्ते जाले ते कोण तेजेर विश्वास दवरचे ना. सगळे कडेन म्हणटा ते रस्ते पयलींच्यान आसलेले डेव्हलपमेंट म्हणटा ते रस्तेच न्ही ह्युमन डेव्हलपमेंटूय पळोवंक जाय. वायट टायमार लोकांक पावूंक जाय. एड्युकेशनान कितें भुरग्यांक प्रॉब्लम येता तेन्ना पावूंक जाय. इतली व्हडली महामारी आयली कोविडाची तेन्ना लोकांक पावूंक जाय. हेकाच लागून रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्ह आनी MLA आसता आनी हांव ते फुडें चेंज घडोवन दाखयतलो.
आयज तुमचे कितकें कॅम्पेनींग जाल्लें आसा ह्या मतदारसंघात?
आमी म्हाका दिसता आयज 3/4 तरी आमी सालिगांव कंप्लीट करतले.
Tivim TMC candidate and ZP member Kavita Kandolkar said she was receiving tremendous support during door-to-door campaigning at Chikle.
आयज चिखले प्रचार करतात कसो लोकांचो प्रतिसाद?
लोकांचो प्रतिसाद एकदम बरो आसा. दारान वयता ते लोक वेलकम करता आनी सांगता आमकां ना हे फावटी तुका आमी जिखोवन दितले म्हणून.
ह्या मतदारसंघात कितें कसली कामां उरलेली आसा?
कामां म्हणजे वचत थंय आतां आमचे ऑलमोस्ट 80% कंप्लीट जाल्ले आहा. वचत थंय लोकांच्या रस्त्याचो प्रॉब्लेम आहा. रस्ते म्हटलेले सारके ना. वचत थंय खडी उखललेली आसा. लोकांचो एकूच मागणी चड आसा की रस्ते आमकां जाय. वचत थंय रस्त्यांची दशा लायटींच्या खांब्यांची दशा आहा. थोडे कडेन उदकाचो प्रॉब्लेम आसा. मेन प्रायोरिटी म्हणजे रस्ते उदीक आनी लायट आनी गार्बेज.
TMC candidate for Fatoda constituency Seola Vas inaugurated her campaign office on Wednesday. She promised to deal with the issues of garbage and sewage disposal in the constituency.
We have garbage as one of our main issues. Sewage is one of our main issues. We have the stench of sewage, raw sewage. This is the refuse from human bodies, which us human beings have to see, smell every day next to the district hospital, next to presentation where small children are supposed to be studying. These are the issues which we will be solving through TMC with the help of our caliber, with the help of our brains, with the help of our effort. These are the things which are going to be there in our local manifesto.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.